Welcome to Wednesday. Live look at Surf City right now.
Not the look we were hoping for.
Wow. That's like
Thick
wow.
fog. Thick fog. That is the beach.
Somewhere.
Because we see the flag. You can see the flag pretty clearly. But
Usually
yeah,
that flag
not
is
much else.
whipping around too. I mean, that's just still air at the beach right now.
Surf City still exists, was what we're saying, but we just can't see it. Yeah, you're right. Usually we see some motion to the flag, and we will as we go through the day. It's going to be south wind, so the flag will be kind of moving from waving from right to left, on that view.
And we've seen foggy conditions throughout the morning, and actually want to make you aware of the fact that there is a wreck on the Isabel Holmes Bridge right now. I don't know if it's because of the fog, but it's definitely foggy around that area of the bridge right now.
Yeah,
so
it's been kind of freaky. I've been watching the Isabel Holmes Bridge, or Northeast Cape Fear River, on the battleship cam, and over the past hour, like 1 minute, it's fog free, and then the next minute it's like you can't see, and then the reversal of that, and you can kind of see that situation.
So lanes are moving in both directions there, but it's definitely a slowdown. You'll want to take the Cape Fear Memorial Bridge to avoid everything that's going on the Isabel Holmes Bridge right now. But that's what you were talking about. Looks, you can kind of see skies clearing.
You don't want to take the big old suspension bridge skyway.
I'm really taken aback by how still it looks.
Yeah.
And the water's glass. Clouds aren't moving, the fog's not moving, flags aren't, it's just, that air is just so calm right now.
It's hanging heavy. Yeah, it's been a little sticky for February standards. We don't always say, hey, it's humid in February. We don't usually express that sentiment, but this pattern is anything but usual, and the visibility map is suggestive of a scattered to widespread fog bank situation. Whiteville, a couple hours ago, you were living a charmed life at the airport, 7-mile visibility. Now it's 0.00, so functionally a couple of feet is what you can see. 59 currently in Whiteville. Elizabethtown, you're rolling with a 61. Officially, the port city is our cool spot, tied with Southport Oak Island at 57. 50s, 60s, later today, we'll ditch those for 70s and a few backyards and afternoon bus stops. Could be tipping the scale in the 80s.
Wow.
Our record is right there for the picking. 78 for Wilmington set in 2014. Our forecast high is 79, right around drop-off time, in fact.
You literally just read my mind, because I was going to ask you, how far does this go back? Because you had said in February, we don't usually talk about humidity. When's the last time we talked about 80s? And you just answered that. 2014, not too long ago.
2014, the record is 78. Yeah, and last year I think we did a couple of days in the 80s in February. So spring has been springing early. But records for Wilmington, it's not like we throw them out in a forecast like candy, because the records go back to the Ulysses S. Grant administration. So they're, you know, it's kind of hard to break a record around here the way we have so much history. But today we just might do it.
Yeah, and you've brought up record-breaking temps, I want to say, for the last, what, 3 or 4 days, it seems like. So.
Record or near record, that's right.
All right. All right, let's check in with Bill Murray right now. He is in the studio with a look at some of your top stories. Hey, Bill.
Good morning, guys. 2 threats in 1 week. That's what we're talking about right now. That's the issue in
Talk of gun control and safety in schools. That always comes top of mind when something like a mass shooting happens. Now the talk is actually turning a lot to mental illness as well, because we've started talking about that in the last few years. The fact that some of these accused shooters have mental illness and how to identify that.
Yeah, and you know, it's a topic that not a lot of people want to talk about to begin with. Then you tie it to violence like we're seeing, and even more people don't want to touch the subject. So we have Zach Driver with us today, who has a local group that really trying to change things, Zach. They're trying to let people know, you know, there is support, there are ways, and there are avenues to talk about, you know, not maybe the mental illness tied with what we saw in Florida, but just that there is a problem and it does need to be addressed.
Yeah, that's right, guys. A very hard topic to talk about with the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Really,
by that, surviving PTSD, issues like that.
Yep,
it's kind of mind-numbing to think about it.
It's what my college degree's in. I have a degree in psych, and I worked at a community mental health center when I was going through the process of school, and it's one of the things that still sticks with me. Listening to these individuals that were battling their own demons mentally would say to you time and time again, I just don't have anyone to talk to because I don't understand.
Yeah.
And which is why they would come to us. But they would say that outside of that support group, there was just nobody. And it was just very disheartening. And now, you know, we're 25 years later,
Well,
We're still talking about it.
now it's being talked about more.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. So yeah.
All right, let's go back outside. Again, we've been following an accidents locally here. Do the traffic, give you a live look outside of what's going on. Kim had mentioned this early in the broadcast, this accident on the bridge. Things look like it's clearing up a little bit. You can still see there's some emergency personnel. 3rd Street, the Holmes Bridge, you know, the lanes are open, traffic is moving. If you can avoid it though, to kind of lessen what's going on there, maybe do that. Otherwise, there's a little bit of a slowdown this morning on Carolina in the Morning. Like, you know, Wednesdays we always do the Tech Talk segment. So today we have guests in house because it's Black History Month. So we're doing a little bit something special. U.S. Cellular does its annual art contest celebrating Black History Month. So we're going to talk about that. We have with us today, we have Josh Lowe, who is one of the top 10 finalists in the event. We also have, sorry guys, I'm trying to go through this, Angie Hill, director of Brigade Boys and Girls Club, one of the sponsors of this, as well as Stephen Westbrook from U.S. Cellular. Again, thank you for everyone coming in.
Absolutely.
Steve, we'll start with you. Why do you guys get behind this each and every year?
Well, at U.S. Cellular, we're really committed to the education of young people here in Wilmington, and we always get excited about finding opportunities to partner with the Brigade Boys and Girls Club. So this gives us an opportunity to, honor, African American leaders during Black History Month, and kind of honor the creativity of kids at the same time as they learn about some of these, important role models.
And Angie, I would assume that you're kind of instrumental in getting some of the kids involved in this. Art always seems to be such an easy way to get kids down different roads, to get them involved in Black History Month. Was this a difficult process to get them? I mean,
no,
everyone
not
seems to
really.
love to draw, paint, anything they
Absolutely.
can do.
It's a good hybrid of doing some education pieces with art. So they're learning while they're also expressing themselves. So it's a good combination.
And again, we said Josh is one of the top 10 finalists. How long has the contest been going on?
Well, the contest began in February and it ends on February 28th, yes.
Okay, so Josh, congratulations for being one of the finalists.
Thank you.
What was it, and again, so this is Josh's picture. Josh, let us know who the picture's of and what inspired you to choose the subject you decided on?
Well, I drew Oprah Winfrey, and, well, she's an inspiring old lady, and she
She's gone through some.
And she's gone
It's
through
kind of cool
some
seeing your own
difficult-
art on TV right now, isn't it?
And she gone through some difficult situations, but she's made it successfully. And I just thought it was nice to share her, like.
Had you read a book about her? Did you read information about her to kind of give you some background on her?
Yes and no.
Okay.
We looked it on Google, and also I read a book on it.
What did you know about Oprah, and then what didn't you know about her in your learning?
Well, at first I thought she was a singer.
Okay.
But because opera, but
Sure.
and so but then I noticed that she was an actress and a humanity kind of person.
Yep, she's a huge humanitarian, does so much good work for everybody across the country.
Yes.
Stephen, with your company being behind this and locally seeing what these kids do, how proud are you, maybe you representing the local U.S. Cellular here, to see, I mean, he's one of the top 10,
Yes.
But there were plenty more kids involved in this. It wasn't like there were just 10 kids in this.
No, it's an extremely proud moment because I get a chance to be there when the kids actually, begin to draw their art. They have pictures for inspirations, but then you're around when they're asking questions and you can kind of see their creative juices flowing, and just knowing that we're a part of helping with that education process and, helping the kids express themselves creatively, it makes you extremely proud, and it's fulfilling that U.S. Cellular actually puts us in situations like this where we can be a part of the community.
Angie, what were the limitations? Was this strictly crayon art?
They could have done anything they want. The only limitations would it had to be 8.5 by 11 piece. You had to be an original drawing, no tracing, and just what inspired you is open for kids kindergarten all the way through 12th grade.
And what's on the line? What is Josh in the running for here at the end?
So there are cash prizes or gift cards. So
Sure.
First place will get a $250 gift card. Second place gets $150, and third place will get a $100 gift card. So
You got a cell phone? Do you have one? You want one? See? Look at that. How about that?
All right.
Let's see if we can work that into the prizes. So the final is at the end of the month. Where can people come by and see these? Because people get to vote on these.
Yeah, so we ask, anyone in the community can come out to US Sailor and vote, vote on the artwork. The artwork is located in both of our local US Sailor stores, one on the corner of College and Oleander, the other one is located on the other end of College and University Commons. So you can come in, see all of the artwork, all 10 pictures are on display, and you can vote for your favorite one.
That's awesome.
And that'll run through February 28th.
So you got a chance to, again, help the kids in the area. Nadia, you want to come over? Josh has his bodyguard with him this morning, so we're going to give her some time as well.
Stand up straight.
You want to say we'll be right back?
Yeah,